at this point, I had meant to just sort of ask King Chris whether he'd like that, as it'd be a kind of joke, given that he's 54 years. But he actually genuinely was really enjoying it. Rather, you were giggling away at that, King Chris, weren't you?
It's the second childhood,
I think that's what it is. Yeah. Is Trevor acceptable to you? So I think he's all right.
Doing well. Yeah. Doing well.
Oh, actually, Trev, seeing as you're there, there's something I meant to tell you because we got this really good record last week. I was thinking you'd probably really like it. I'll do you a tape if you like. It's by this sort of 60s group, like a mod band, you know. What were they? I don't think what they were called. Oh, Small Faces, that was it.
Stuart, you leave it.
I think you'd like it.
You leave him alone.
Small
It's now, I understand, now time to join the husband and wife team, Joe Unwin and the actor Kevin Eldon for the listings.
And in the words of the classic comedian Henny Youngman, who sadly died this week, take my wife, please.
Fine by me. Well, this Saturday afternoon, a deadly toxic nerve gas will be released into the atmosphere in Cannon Hill Park in Birmingham. Jeff Lynne of the Travelling Wilburys, who hates humanity, will unleash the fatal virus which contains his we in gas form.
Yeah, and Fistduck! Yeah, there'll be a Fistduck at the Shipham Strawberry Fair in Somerset this Sunday. Local farmer Stephen Rowlands has collected the severed fists of almost 9 monkeys, which he will submerge in a barrel of local scrumpy. Visitors will duck their faces into the rancid brew to catch the monkeys' fists. Anyone successfully completing a Fistduck will win a bottle of Pomane.
And that's all the listings for this week.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I was just thinking, I'll tell you what I'd like to put in the old Millennium Dome. Oh, Tony Blair's, right? And after that, I'd send the old demolition crew in.
Why?
No, we'd get rid of the bloody dome and old Blair's in one fell swoop. Kaboom.
Or by having him murdered?
Not literally, no. I'll tell you what, I think we'd all like to see old Mandy Mandelson's dome smashed.
Well, I think we should reserve judgment, you know, because people said similar things about the Eiffel Tower when that was put up.
Yeah, and Alexandra Palace.
Yeah, but...
I think the dome looks like it's going to be really great, actually.
You just don't get it, do you? You really don't get my sense of humour at all.
Like all mothers, Mother Nature will tuck you safely into bed at night, only to come into your room 2 hours later in a scary mask and threaten you with a nail. Hi, I'm Greg Evigan from BJ and the Bear and My Two Dads, although I have done other stuff since then. Anyway, I'm here to answer the question, what happens when insects attack? This week, a bee.
Well, it was my weekend with Tim, and we went to the park, like we usually do. I was parched, so I made the mistake of opening up a can of fizzy lemon drink.
Remember, this is actual camcorder footage.
I suppose it was the smell of the drink which attracted the bee. Probably thought it was a flower or pollen or something. But as you can see there, I tried to hit the bee off the top of the tin, but that seemed to enrage it further. It tried to bite me. So I tried to fight back for a bit, and then I realised I didn't want to endanger Tim, so I threw the can down, picked him up and we ran off. We came back, of course, to pick up the tin about 20 seconds later, and the bee had gone. Yeah, I was worried that the bee might sting Timmy with its tail, and it would have been very embarrassing taking him back to Margaret, all stung. Yes, that's exactly the kind of ammunition she's after.
Well, Peter and Timmy will be thinking twice before they drink lemon drink in the park again. However parched they get. They have learned that it is man who comes off second best when insects attack. If you have any home video footage of people being attacked by insects, please send it in. Not a bee, though. We've done that. And I can't remember what it was the first week. Not that insect. We've got loads, but you might have an unusual one we haven't seen. I'm Greg Evigan. Goodbye. I made this.
Curiosity Killed the Cat were a 1980s pop group. We don't have them in the studio, but what we do have is the Curious Orange! Yay!
Hello, Mr. Rich. Hello, Mr. Stewart. I'm Curious Orange.
Hello, the Curious Orange. You seem a bit more confident this week.
Yeah, well, once you get used to being on TV, it's easy, isn't it?
Well, I don't think it is easy.
Oh, it is. It's easy peasy.
Right. Well, what have you been curious about this week, the Curious Orange?
Well, I was a bit curious about a curious phenomenon I have observed. Why does eating asparagus make your urine smell?
What? You can't say...
Have you noticed that, Mr. Stew?
No.
You eat some asparagus, and then when you go to the loo a few hours later, there's a bit of an odd cabbagey smell.
Why, you have noticed that, have you?
Yes.
Right. Well, I think I can
know
answer this. Well, I can answer this one for you, the Curious Orange. Asparagus contains a group of naturally occurring sulphur components. When these are broken down, they form a number of chemicals, namely dimethyl disulfide, bismethylmethane, dimethyl sulfoxide and dimethyl sulfone. They're formed, they produce this kind of typical rotten odour that you're referring to.
Oh, really? How very interesting.
You've been sarcastic to Rich now, are you?
No.
So, is your curiosity satisfied, the Curious Orange?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
Well, is it or not? What?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Curious Orange.
Curious Orange.
Really changed, hasn't he? Since he went on TV, he's changed.
He has changed, yeah.
I haven't.
You have.
Shame.
Dear Anthony, thank you for your letter about being a servant. Yes, I agree, being a servant is nice. I'm glad we're such good friends and feel we have so much to offer.
Emma, yes, I'm so pleased you agree. Of all the servant jobs, being a butler is particularly good. Not that I'm knocking whatever it is that you do. That's good too. I wouldn't complain about it.
For 30 years, butler Anthony Hopkins corresponded with fellow servant Emma Thompson from the film Remains of the Day in a series of notes left on the kitchen table of the stately home they both worked in. Within these missives, they detailed the pleasure they received from serving the upper classes, until, one day, Anthony decided to chance his arm.
Dear Emma, thanks for the letter about the etiquette of waiting upon a visiting lord. I'm very interested in etiquette and manners, as you will know after 30 years. Oh, damn it. Come on, Emma. We know what all this writing about being servants is really about. I want you, you snooty harlot. I want to throw you over the kitchen table, rip off that maid's outfit you so coquettishly wear, give you a damn good seeing to. I hate being a servant. It's a rubbish job, clearly. And you agree? If you want it, meet me in the scullery tonight, you teasing Jezebel. Yours sincerely, Anthony Hopkins. P.S. I am king as I write this.
Oh, Lord. Oh, dear me. Oh, no.
Writing, I am writing as I write this.
Can't understand.
I am writing as I write this.
That makes sense.
I know, that's what it is.
Okay, you know, the only thing I don't like about the Millennium Dome, actually,
What?
is this statue, you know.
Yeah.
It's a faceless sexist. It's a waste of time. They should have used the opportunity to honour someone who, you know, a great historical figure.
Yeah, I know you say that, but if you have to choose, like, one individual who sums up all Britain's history and Britain's hopes and dreams for the future and our historical past, it's really hard, you know. Who you
No,
gonna
it's
pick?
obvious, Stu.
Well, it isn't
There's
obvious.
one
It's
figure that
stupid
stands
thing.
out. Obvious.
Who would you choose?
Big Daddy, Stu.
Big Daddy?
Yeah.
The wrestler?
A giant statue of Big Daddy. He's got Union Jack. He's big.
Big
It's
Daddy,
good.
he was rubbish. He
No,
was. He was.
I loved him, Stu. I mean, he was the greatest sportsman this country has ever had, right?
Big Daddy.
Yeah, he may not have been able to swim fast, jump high, run quickly, or walk to the shops.
Right.
But when it came to jumping on strangely dressed men with his belly,
Yeah.
he was unbeatable, Stu.
Big Daddy, he was a fat idiot. His real name was Shirley Crabtree. That's...
Don't you dare mock Big
Sorry.
Daddy, Stu. I noticed you weren't brave enough to have a go at him while he was still alive.
Yeah, that's because I'd forgotten he existed. That's right.
You were afraid.
Oh, what, afraid, what, that he was going to jump on me with his stomach? if he could have caught up with me. Yeah?
He wouldn't have tried to catch up with you, Stu. He knew his limitations. He would have lain in wait for you in a skip near your house or on top of a bus shelter, and then, as you passed, he would have jumped on top of you.
Yeah, with his stomach.
Yeah, with his stomach,
He was
Stu.
rubbish, Rich.
Stu, what? He wasn't. He had panache, Stu.
Panache?
Yeah.
Did he?
I tell you, if any other 60-year-old, 30-stone man had walked down the street wearing nothing but a silver top hat, pink shoes, and a back-to-front woman's swimming costume with Big Daddy written across the midriff, he'd been locked away as a danger to small children.
Yeah.
But Big Daddy not only did that, Stu, people loved him for it. Or at least turned a blind eye.
He was rubbish.
And I intend to carry on his work now he's gone.
There's no need, Rich. I think his work is done. whatever it was. It's hard to say, isn't it?
He was my hero, Stu, so
yeah,
have some respect. Well, I wish I could have known him, but I was just a kid. His candle burnt out long before his legend ever did.
His candle, Rich?
Yes, Stu?
Big Daddy's candle?
Yes, actually his candle, Stu.
Yeah.
When electricity came in, Big Daddy didn't think it would catch on, so he spent all the money from wrestling on a giant 100-foot candle that he had in his house.
Right, now, perhaps you yourself have imagined what you would imagine the inside of the Millennium Dome might look like in your imagination,
After about 20 years, it burnt out
know,
completely. He had no money left there.
If so, why not draw a picture of your Millennium Dome, send it to us at the address at the end of the show by Thursday, right?
You had to sit there in the dark, Stu, kind of in this pool of congealing wax.
Yeah, and the best architect will come to London free next week to be king of the show, right?
You know, he had his memories to light.
Memories of what?
Kendo Nakasaki.
Oh, yeah, OK. Now, another look behind the scenes of the Ironic Review magazine.